Hey everyone, Andrew with Body Fuel here on Take Like 3,000,005 for this little session. We're gonna talk about touches, and how to get the most out of your off-season training when you're working on techniques and efficiency. We have two different types of skills we work with, and they are considered discrete or continuous. A discrete skill is something that has a clear beginning and a clear end. A golf swing and a baseball swing are really good examples. Those are good learned in a mass training type of environment where that session is long with lots of uninterrupted repetitions. Go buy a bucket of balls, hit them for 90 minutes over and over and over and over again. That's where the discrete skill is best learned. With our triathlon skills that are more continuous in nature, and a continuous skill is one where the end of a motion is the beginning of another. Think about your swim, think about your pedal stroke, think about your run cadence. We're never really in that jittery start and stop, we're always in constant motion. That triathlon skill, or those continuous triathlon skills, are best learned in a distributed learning model. What is that? It's a shorter session. So your overall session or actual learning would be 30 or 45 minutes. The repetition time is shorter, so you're doing 2 to 5 minute interval training sessions, and then you stop with that skill and you take a break. Then you could restart. And you do those more frequently over the week. So instead of going swimming for 2 hours or 90 minutes twice a week, you're going to the pool for 45 minutes to 50 minutes, or maybe even as little as 30 minutes, 4 to 6 times per week, so that you have the touches, the exposure to what you're doing. What does that look like for the run? Go run 30 or 45 minutes 4 times a day. Don't worry about the really long 90-minute runs, not for technique, not for form. What would I be working on in the run? I'd be working on cadence. I'd be working on where my arm is. I'd be working on my form, my posture, my hips. Things where I can't do that and focus because I'm mentally and physically fatigued. And both of those fatigues start to compound it, and I break down and I'm unable to do the appropriate skill the appropriate way. So the best way to learn a good skill and become efficient and proficient is to do it in these distributed learning sessions. Where does a coach come into this? Coaches know how to build your training sessions so that they incorporate this distributed model, and they know when to use the mass training session to help build things like aerobic base. So I know you guys are thinking like, well, wait a minute, if I don't go swim for 2 hours, how am I going to do an Ironman? If I don't go swim for ride my bike for 90 minutes or run for 90 minutes, how am I going to run a half marathon? We're talking specifically about technique training, not about aerobic base. Aerobic base would certainly benefit from that mass training session, which is really long, continuous, where you do work on trying to maintain your form for a prolonged period of time. But that form needed to have been learned properly under the distributed model, where it was shorter sessions, shorter repetitions. That does not mean that you can't go swim for an hour or 90 minutes. But 30 minutes of that session was dedicated at the beginning to working on form in those 2 to 5 minute intervals. Again, that's where a coach comes in play and teaches or builds you how to do these things appropriately. So, off-season training, what should you be working on? That's another podcast, but it really should be your efficiency and your technique, and touches. It's a great opportunity to shorten everything down, get in, be brief, and just be better. I appreciate you guys listening. Visit us on Facebook, Body Fuel Multisport. We're on YouTube for more videos at Body Fuel SPN is the username, and you can find us on SoundCloud. I look forward to talking to you again. Thanks. Bye-bye.